Please welcome my good buddy, Adam Condra, everybody.
What's up, Huntsville? I'm so glad to be here. You guys have no idea. I've had an awful day today. This happened yesterday. It started. I was getting ready for bed and I realized I hadn't eaten anything all day. So I went to my pantry and the only thing I had to eat was a bag of Flamin' Hot Doritos and a package of extra spicy habanero ramen. Don't get ahead of me. So because I'm the culinary bon vivant that I am, I ate both of those things and went to bed. And look, I don't want to be gross or anything, but we all know how spicy food works. And I woke up this morning and it looked like a bonsai tree made of red velvet pancakes. So and I planted 9 of them. So it's been a very stressful July 12th for old Mr. Condra here. Gonna tell you what's new with me. Next month, August, will be the start of my 9th year teaching elementary school. And wow, thank you. Usually I tell people that and they're like, geez man, I don't know how you did it for that long. And it's a lesson I learned a few years ago. It's quite simple really. I used to work at a deli in a grocery store. This was 2 summers ago. One morning, old man comes up to the counter at the deli. He's like late 70s, early 80s. He walks up to the deli counter and says to me, hey son, I need 8 slices of roast beef. Do not give me 7. Do not give me 9. I need 8 slices of roast beef. You can just slice them up there, leave them on the counter. I'm gonna go get everything else I need. I'll come back and pick them up when I'm done. Thank you. So I go, cool, and I get out his roast beef, I slice it up, package it, label it. The store is a ghost town. There's no one else there at that moment. So I figure, what the heck, I'll just take it straight to him. Because when you do stuff like that for old people, it blows their daggum minds. Oh my goodness, Belinda, did I tell you what happened at the supermarket the other day? I ordered some meat from the deli counter and told him I would come back for it, and then this nice young man just brought it straight to me. I know. It's just like that day the mailman came twice. I haven't felt a thrill like that since I shot that whore in Manila. Talk to old people sometime, guys. They've had fun. So I traverse the entire store looking for this dude. I finally find him in the bread aisle, and he's got his back turned towards me, but I can tell by his body language that he knows that I'm there, right? So I approach from behind and say, hey sir, here's your roast beef. I drop it in his cart. I turn to leave, but then he Columbos me. He goes, you know, I eat an orange every day. And I do the John Travolta gif, you know, the... Excuse me? I eat an orange every day, and it's getting to be about that time of year. Was not prepared for the one-man Samuel Beckett play, but tickets were free, so what do you mean? He goes, it's getting to be about that time of year where the demand for oranges in the United States is so high that we cannot actually produce enough to meet it. I said, wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that. He goes, every single one of those oranges you have over there in that produce section of yours was imported from South Africa. Do you know what that means? Me, young, naive. Oh, I guess the soil composition in South Africa is different. And it makes the oranges taste weird, and he doesn't like that. Him, old, a lifelong resident of Alabama. It means, son, that every single one of those oranges over there was harvested and packaged by a Muslim. Jew isn't a slur unless you say it the right way? That's the energy this guy was giving me when he said, and look, here's what I wish I had done, okay? I wish that I had very calmly and politely just explained to him that no, South Africa is a former part of the British Empire, okay? It was colonized by the Dutch. If anything, there's a higher percent chance that a Huguenot touched those oranges than a Muslim. Yeah, Huguenots. Sometimes comedy's for me. That's what I wish I had said, but I didn't do that. Instead, he said the word Muslim, and then the lizard part of my brain that doesn't like to listen to people talk to me glitched out. And I said, that silly Muslims can't touch fruit, and I left. I just dropped that on him and left him staring at my Bugs Bunny dust silhouette, trying to piece together what happened. Ultimately, I think I did the right thing, right? I think I made that guy a better person because he was like, what? And he was left by himself to try and figure everything out, and I probably broke his world. I can't touch fruit. He goes back to inspecting the bread. I mean, that would explain why they blow up so many farmers markets. It's the old man saying this, okay? Oh my goodness, I'm woke now. Anyway, moral of the story. The lesson I learned from that encounter. In this life, you can work with kids or you can work with adults. Kids have an excuse. People ask me all the time, for the purposes of this bit, they say, what's your favorite part of teaching? And it's an easy question to answer. I tell them the best part of teaching is that if you pretend to use the force on a kid, they will totally play along. It's the greatest shit on the planet. You can just, and they will throw themselves out of desks. They will leap into bookcases. They will careen headlong down sets of stairs all day. They don't care. It's just a game to them. They're having fun. They don't realize that you, as a teacher, are working out some of your frustrations without actually touching them. It's a symbiotic relationship. Everybody benefits. I love that, but I did have to stop doing it after a while because eventually it went too far. I had a kid. He was a typical little boy. You know, he was loud and boisterous and not over fond of listening. So what I would do to calm him down when he got out of hand is I would do the Darth Vader force choke on him. You know? Like, he'd be goofing off, go like this, and he'd be like, oh, and that would buy me like 5 minutes of peace and quiet. Which worked great until one day, students are taking a test, and he's in his desk, he's tapping his pencil and poking his buddy, goofing off, and I'm like, hey buddy, we're taking a test right now, okay? You need to be quiet and do your work. And he goes, okay, Mr. Condra, choke me. And I go, what? And he goes, you know, choke me. I was like, okay, buddy, look. Did you tell your parents about this? Like, look. Buddy, listen, that's a fun game we play every once in a while. That is by no means the standard. It's like, I need you to be quiet and take your test right now, okay? It's fine. It's like, I would love to be quiet and take my test, Mr. Condra. I just need you to choke me a little bit first. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're not doing this right now. I'm not going to just, please, Mr. Condra, please, can you just choke me just a little bit and then I'll be so quiet? No, I'm not going to choke you at all. Stop and do your work. I'll take my test. I'll take everybody else's test if you just choke me a little bit, please. No, absolutely. Just do it, Mr. Condra. Just choke me. die for you. So yeah, that's how the Force awakened a sexual fetish in one of my kids. A lot of people ask me if teaching has like turned me off of having children. It hasn't. I would like to be married. I would like to have kids. I would like to have a family. But who awed that? Somebody went, "Aw." That's okay. We won't dwell on it. See me after the show. I want that in my life, but I'm also at the same time I'm terrified of marriage, right? Because it's not anything typical, like I'm not afraid of commitment or anything. It's just that because I'm a teacher, I just know as soon as my wife and I are sharing a bed together, that's when both of us find out that I chant educational songs in my sleep. like I don't know that I do that for sure, but that's what's gonna happen. Like it'll be the first night of our honeymoon, and it's like 3:30 in the morning, and she wakes me up, she hears me tossing and turning. She's like, "Hey Adam, is everything okay? What's going on?" I'm just this little noun rolling around names a person, place, or thing. Sweetheart, you okay? I don't know what's going on. You're mumbling in your sleep. A verb is a word that shows action. It names something I can do. I can run, I can wiggle, I can jump, I can giggle, I can spot a verb, can you? Adam, I don't know what's going on, but you need to wake up right now, okay? I don't know what's going on here. Please, you're freaking me out. Can you just preposition starting with an A. Aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at. Preposition starting with a B. Before, beside, between, beyond, but, by. Preposition starting with a D. Down, during, all done here. Preposition starting in the middle. E, F, and I, except for, from, in, inside, and to. L, in, and O, like, near, on, off, on, out, outside, over. Preposition, P through W. Past, since, through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, without. Preposition, easy as can be, finished and pleased with 49 of these. Hey, honey. Where'd you go? What's this pile of signed divorce papers doing on the bed next to me? I'm single right now. I'm having trouble meeting people because I got banned from Tinder. And I know you're thinking, like, what kind of pervy bullshit did you have to do to get banned from Tinder? No, it's not like that at all. See, what happened was, I got a Tinder account because I wondered what would happen if I pretended to be a soldier from the Civil War. Some of you have heard this one. And I sent women battlefield romance letters in the language of the 1860s and didn't explain to them what I was doing. Just, oh, did we match? Here, have one of these. So if it meets with everybody's approval, I'd like to read for you one of the letters I sent to the young woman. This is like 8:30 in the morning. I matched with a young girl named Savannah, which was just gravy. And about 10 minutes later, this is the letter that I sent to her. My dear Savannah, it is beneath the pecan trees that buttress the mighty Mississippi River from which I write you now. Winter's frost has begun to abate, and not a day too soon. The quartermaster has issued us all with fresh socks. newly arrived from the textile mills of the Alabama Piedmont. General Boxdale tells us that we march upon the dawn for the Mason-Dixon line. I cannot tell you exactly where we are bound, lest this correspondence fall into the hands of the enemy. And I fear that I may not survive to write you again. Give my love to Romulus and Gideon. And know that I am boiling my rations twice daily. Once for my health, and once for yours. Sincerely, Corporal William DeCane, Confederate States of America. 6 hours later, I received a single, one-word, non-capitalized, non-punctuated response. No! Thank you very much, Huntsville. My name is Adam Condra. Find me on iTunes and Spotify. Thank you so much. Have a good night.